Namaste. It is World Environment Day. Please come to your spot and a comfortable seated position. Begin to settle your breathing, settle your body, soften your eyes. Notice your body, making sure you cause no harm with this practice, no straining or forcing. Sensations okay, differentiating by paying attention. Let's begin with belly awareness. Weaving together your fingers, this also will awaken root energy in the body, sitting with a relaxed but tall spine. So shoulders are resting downward, neck gently long. That's where a little bit of effort comes in here to sit tall, a little upward reaching. And where you touch the earth, holding those opposites together, weaving the fingers in a gesture that symbolizes new beginnings, the origins of all things, sunrises, the colors of the sunrise, increasing our inner light, increasing our vital energy through the yoga practice, allowing yourself to have hope, to welcome new beginnings each moment. Bringing your hands to your heart center, moving the awareness up from the root and the belly. Cross hands at the heart center, bring the breath there. Feeling free to make refinements or switch up your legs as needed. Tall spine and grounded, heart holds, heart center breathing. Center of peace in the body, center of hope. Allowing energy to flow freely there. And release. One more for the Om, coming to the shell mudra, the Shank mudra. I've got my conch shell out here today as a visual. Bring your hands together. Encircle your right thumb. Now, I'm gonna have to do it that way I always do it. So, hands together. Encircle your left thumb with your fingers of your right hand. And then your right thumb and middle left finger come together. You could also just press your hands together, but it's like we're tucking something inside and wrapping around like a shell. Hold it at the heart center, sounding Om, breathing in deeply. Ah. Symbolizing the interconnection of all. And then the hand symbolizing the opening of our heart space. And release. Please bring yourself out with your legs extended. Take a moment there to stretch out and Bring your toes back. It's fine if your knees bend. This is a version of the Pond Mudra, the Tagati Mudra, which is a belly center focus. Sit up tall, tilt your pelvis forward. It's fine if you bend your knees. Reach out for your feet or your legs, wherever your hands easily reach. Meditate on your belly center, the fire in the belly. As you breathe there, how we ground the belly when we do this on our backs, the Tagati Mudra. Navel towards the spine on the exhale, twice more. Increasing the inner light, the inner fire. The place, making things happen energy. Breathe out again. Slowly release. Keep your legs straight or fold them back in for side bending pose. Bring your right hand out beside you on the floor. Reach your other arm up and over. Customize this as you do each shape. So really, don't worry about what it looks like, but let it feel like a side stretch in your body. Opening yourself up to what is beautiful and good. You can add an upward spin of your face and your eyes. One more time, breathing out with slowness coming up. Belly strong, low back strong, release to center. If you have your legs crossed, change the cross over to the other side. I open myself to what is beautiful and good and everything I need for my journey. Adding that upward spin of the face if you would like. Generally, the eyes go where your face is, wherever that happens to be. Breathe out again. Coming up slowly, release. Please make your way up to standing. Starting with your feet together in Samasthiti. Heels are slightly separated, mirroring the sacrum at the back of the body. Standing tall and relaxed, mountain pose. Sensing the crown, that top of the mountain. Hover one hand above it, just until you feel a little warmth, maybe a little energy from your head. The other hand in your belly center. Calm breathing. Balancing with your feet so close. Soft gaze down the nose. Mountain pose with mountain top energy, top of the head awareness. And release. Warming up with reaching up and squatting today. Let's try it with the feet together. Just to begin, we'll try a few variations with the feet and legs. Hands together, breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, come down and squat. So down the center line, bend your knees, hips back. Just explore where you go with that. If it doesn't work, if it's too close together, step them apart a bit. It inwardly rotates the femur heads a little bit. Okay. And reach up, step to hip distance feet, mountain feet. Exhale, come down, see what changes. Don't worry about what changes, meet it where it is. Flowing up and down, not too fast. Free breathing. Using the whole body. Nice. And then the kind of know yourself as far as squatting lower than your knee level. For me, it's a turning out and heels coming up. So exploring going a little deeper possibly. Reach up, inhale, come down, slowly explore lowering your hips. Not coming all the way down, but where you can stand back up, and doing that a few more times. Awakening energy. One more time. Coming down. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, come to the center of your chest. Stepping back to mountain or feet together. Surya Namaskara. Sun salutations. Let's practice the A variation. Feeling free to work with yourself on the variations, like holding plank pose instead of chaturanga, cow pose instead of upward facing dog, puppy instead of downward dog. But keeping it as a meditation for the sun. So let's take a moment to set that intention. The belly center in our bodies, gently awaken with our awareness there, corresponding to the sun, full of vitality, fire, heat, welcoming that element into ourselves. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift the horizon. Stretch your breathing out to step back to plank pose. You can wait to breathe out until you're partway there and then breathe out. Upward facing dog, maybe from the knees, just getting started. Breathe in. Breathe out to downward facing dog or stay on the knees with puppy. And notice the pause here. So we stay, lengthen spine, our hands and feet sealing into the earth. One more time. Strong uplift in your low belly. Breathe into halfway lift pose. Forward fold, breathe out the bow. Come up and reach for the sky. Exhale, bring your arms down. Inhale, upward reach. Exhale, long spine, forward fold. Hands where they touch, head down. Inhale, lengthen your spine. You may lift your arms higher. Bring your legs back. Breathe out, plank pose, or hug in your elbows, dip down. Slowly inhale, stretch your front body, gaze down. Slowly exhale, stretch your back body, gaze back. Quietness, stillness. Exhale, long spine. Bend your knees, look forward, inhale slowly, step forward and stretch your spine, halfway lift. Breathe out. Don't go very far. You don't go very far, but move slowly into the next shape. Big change of position here with the inhale energy. Ground, reach. Exhale, bring it on down. Flow right into the next one. Your breath like a river. Your movements like a river flowing from one to the next. Halfway lift, breathing in. Breathe out, go back, maybe lower. Inhale, extend your front body. Exhale, play bow. Broad shoulders, strong chest. Thighs firm, heels reach. Once again. Sapta, halfway lift pose. Ashto 8, forward fold, release your breath. Nawa 9, rise and reach. Desha 10, bring your arms down, 10 poses. Sun meditation. Let's hold a pranic center at the navel for a moment. Pay attention to your spine, your skeleton alignment. Balancing on the balls of our feet in lotus pose. This the kind where you lift it up to the sun. So toes are in the mud. Explore rocking up to the balls of your feet, and you can reposition the distance as you like. And if it doesn't work for you, just keep your toes down in the mud. Okay, the lotus gesture is the opening of the middle 3 fingers on each side, sealing the other parts. So it's like you're lifting up to the sun. Breathe out. Concentrate deeply and slowly rise, slowly reach. Give yourself a steadiness of gaze and full concentration. Move slowly to challenge yourself. Remember to breathe. Another slow cycle of breath. Do your best. It's okay if your feet come down. And a release slowly down of the heels and the hands back into the center of your chest. Breathing out deeply. Open-hearted warriors, A, B, and C. Left leg back first, warrior A, big stance, forward pelvis, knee bends. Bring your arms up alongside your ears, seal your hands together, lift the plane of your face. The back foot, sending that hip forwardish comfortably. Big uplift in the rib cage. Gathering your powers. One more time. Inhale, upward reach. Exhale, hands down to your chest. Warrior B, turn your back foot to the side. Have a moment to reconfigure your foundation because your whole pelvis and spine just changed direction. Knee over the ankle, front leg. Send your energy where you want it to go. Empowering. Grounded into the belly center. Just turning your head to look off the front fingers. Open across the heart center. One more time, breathe deeply. And a sense of completing what your work is, what your intention is in C, like you're doing a slam dunk with the basketball. Lift your back leg, concentrate. If your toe needs to refer to the ground, that's fine. It's all fine. Do your best. No harming. Lengthening the sides of the torso in this pose if you've got your balance today. And bring it on back down to mountain for the other side. Find center. I'll talk less on this side. A. Just the right amount. Meditative eyes, wherever they ended up. It could be downward or upward in this one. B, Feel your way in, move through space, settle yourself into that shape with the head turn, the heart opening. See, there's a big transition here, so you can step to the top of your mat, turning your feet to the side, or work through this transition carefully to return to the front of the mat, lifting the leg. We don't want to do those kinds of things too quickly. Your body will guide you. Right, the slam dunk. Getting your directive where you want it to go, seeing things through, not giving up. Maybe some of that idea of lengthening the sides of the body here. And bring it on down when you are ready. Control that release and come slowly as you can. Earth Mudra, bringing your feet to mountain pose. The gesture is the ring finger, the third finger with the thumbs. Prithvi Mudra, so that was in Sanskrit. Prithvi is earth, and it means vast one. So in meditation with gesture here, holding the earth gesture. Inhale, imagine drawing earth energy up through the soles of your feet, through your body, up the bones of your legs, your pelvis, your spine, out the top of your head to the cosmos. With the exhale, letting the energy rain down from the cosmos, down into your body, into the basin of your pelvis, and down into the earth. Several more times. Your own stretched out breathing with the meditation of connecting with earth energy. The upward flowing energy of inhalation, that river of downward flow coming in. And let's begin to catch the exhales in the belly center. 2 more times, breathing in instead of down into the earth again. Exhale down into the belly center. There's a natural contraction, build on it, create that toning. You can move one of your hands there if that helps you find it, or use your brain. 1 more. So you are deeply grounded into your belly center. Bring your hands there. Breathe out again. And release, completing our standing practice for today. Make our way down to the ground, breathing in, reaching up, maybe a little back bend, open the front body, let the sun shine on your face, breathing out, forward bow, for 1, 2, keeping the belly center activated, 3, 4, 5. Bend your knees, spread your hands. Try to mix up the legs, stepping back, which one you do first. Coming to your belly, lower down. You can do the knees down and then lower to cobra pose. Taking a moment to lift and lengthen each leg, bringing your big toes together. The legs are active, so it's a snake pose. I've seen a few different snakes recently. That reaching long energy. Hands pull underneath the shoulders, lifting just your chest and your face forward a little bit, causing no strain. Breathe steadily. Feel your life energy One more time. And release. Coming to puppy pose, not moving too quickly off the belly. Toes tuck. Settle your knees comfortably apart and stretch back. Elbows lifted, head down. One more time. Inhale to tabletop position. This is a wind practice. With the cat and cow work, it includes a vigorous abdominal toning on the exhale. So have a moment with your belly center. Find your low belly toning with your mind, reaching into the body. A gentle uplift towards the spine and the low belly. Breathing in, bring your face forward just a little bit, a little extension. Breathe out, head down, and a strong uplift in the abdominal wall. 4 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Trying to find a contraction. And then extend, let the belly relax a little bit. Exhale. One more. Neutral breathe in, relax your belly. Sit back towards your heels. Lion's pose, breathe in again. So your knees can stay more open, or you can sit on your heels. You could be more like a kneeling lion. Exhale, deeply open your mouth. Opening the throat chakra with sound, breathing in deeply. One more time. Exhale, open mouth. Use your whole body, release, 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 release. And then settle from tabletop to the top of your head very lightly. So it's so light. Your weight is all in the rest of your body right here. So hands are just by your sides for a little support. Touch your head lightly. Shoulders up, rabbit pose. It's okay to let there be a little weight in your head. Notice the energy of it, a different way of connecting with the earth. One more time. Sitting back into child's pose. Like a little seed, full of potential, consolidated. Breathing. One more time. Rise up and dip down into a chaturanga, elbows in. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Bring your feet forward. Coming up into Utkatasana, fierce pose for a moment. Reach up and then return to standing in mountain. For tree pose. Shifting into your right leg with your weight. Allowing your left leg to turn out from your hip. Your foot can stay on the ground, coming next to the other leg, or you can bring it up to your comfort. So there's that side opening aspect, and then potentially the balancing aspect. Feel free to use your own favorite tree variation. I found myself holding my heart center here, which feels really nice in tree pose, actually. And many of us feel this way about the trees that we recognize. Wherever you'd like to go with tree pose today in your meditation and in your body, hold steady about 5 more breaths. One more time. All their different variations. Come down, find center. Things happen to trees, limbs break off. They're incredibly resilient. You go out looking, you see that. Letting ourselves be inspired by the resilience of trees. And into your second side. Three more. Work with yourself to create peace. Don't fight with yourself in the practice. Cooperate. And come down as you are ready. Release that. Ushas Mudra again, interlace that sunrise energy, root energy, earth energy. Forward press and up, breathe in. Little side bend to the right. Breathing out. Slowly inhale center. And a little side bend to the left. Breathing out. Center. Come down, carefully release your fingers as you're ready. Interlace behind you. Shoulder blades give a little squeeze together. Right ear towards the shoulder. Chin towards the chest. Deep breath. Left ear shoulder, feet spreading. Light Uddiyana Bandha, the low belly. Chin to chest. Lift your chin. Gaze down your nose. Lengthen the front. Lift the back of your skull and balance your head on your spine. Release your arms. Exhale, come on down with your hands. Bring your legs back. Coming to dolphin pose, you may bring your knees down first, or if you can, transfer to your forearms from your arms up. Walk in your feet, bring your head between your elbows, dolphin pose. Press the forearms, lift the shoulders, lift the belly. One more time. And bring your knees down, stretch back for a moment. Child's pose, puppy, whichever you like, just stretch back. And see how you are with your knees in this position. Are you able to fold your knees into this squished shape where you close the knee? Just take note of that for later. See if it's okay with you. And then coming up, but first, frog pose. Over to the side of your mat, either side. So you have plenty of room to widen your knees apart from each other. Walk them slowly out, spread your hands one at a time to comfortably wide where you've got some sensation in the inner legs, long spine. Variations here are feet Even with the knees, so bring your feet out to the sides too, toes turning out. All this is connected to your hip joints, where your feet can stay closer together. Another variation is hips high, medium, or low. You can go up and down. Legs can, shins can come out and feet can come out, options. All right, upper body can lower. Let's settle into our own bodies for a moment and find a place upon which to meditate and breathe. Big Hasana, frog energy. You gather in the muscles of the pelvic floor in and up into the body, along with the low belly. One more time, slowly breathe. Frog pose. Breathe out. Take time with the letting go. Not dragging the legs, but stepping them inward again. Coming to outer hip releasing towards the front of your mat with a pigeon pose variation. So sliding that left leg out with the knee folded, the right leg back. You can stay more seated on the outer hip with this, or be more over your leg, belly facing downward. Time to come back into your body and see how this is going to work. So we've got outer hip sensation, knee is happy. Find a way for your spine to be gently lengthened and relaxed. Take care of your back leg as well. Meditative. King pigeon. Ekapada Raja. The word Raja. One more time. Sounds auspicious. Take some time coming up and out. And since we came from the middle of our mats from frog, maybe do it to the back of your mat today, or you could just change sides. Check in with this side, or is it going to be more of a sitting on the outside of the hip version of this on this side, just taking your chest towards the ground gently, or more turning over and facing downward on top of the leg, if that works. Check in, settle in, breathe slowly. Grounding. Six, 7, one more cycle of breath, and 8. Mindful release. One more chance for a downward dog with 3-leg dog releasing, or you could do that from dolphin or tabletop, just some free movement right now. Time to move those hip joints around from those holds. Find center and lengthen your spine. And come and sit down. Heron pose has the one knee folded back. So leaning over to the left side, fold your right knee so that knee is facing forward. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can list. If that's too much, one thing you can do is elevate the straight leg hip side give that a little space on a block or a blanket, or come out into a different leg position like Jani Sirsasana. So just have a moment for those choices since we don't usually do this pose. Making sure that you can comfortably settle into your foundation. And then we lift up the legs and hands on either side, lean back a bit to help you bring your leg up and interlace or hold your big toe. Sit up tall, breathe in, heron pose, Kranchasana. Arms, spine, and leg extending one more time. Bend your elbows, fold in towards your leg. 2, 3, don't force, of course. Lean back, one more breath. Carefully lower your leg and change sides. Hopefully giving you plenty of time for a pose that I don't normally include in our practice. So how is it going to work? On this side, you can elevate under this hip or change into the knee out to the side variation, causing no harm. Find the foundation. Lifting up, lean back. Bring your hands to your legs somewhere. Keep the legs extended, spine and arms. 1, 2, and then the fold in towards the leg. It doesn't need to be a big movement. Bend your elbows, reach your nose towards your knee. One more time. Lean back, straighten everything out. Carefully lower your leg. Lean to one side and release. Stretching out, a little shimmy of freedom, free movement. Stretching forward. Leaning back and forth a few times. And coming to the back of your body, resist, lie down with your legs straight. If you have anything that you'd like to bring with you as you lie down. And exploring crow pose as a lying down practice. Lie back, bring your knees in, change your hair if you need to, refine so that you can center your skull on the ground, knees into the chest. Arrive on your back body. Grounding yourself here, grounding your back. Allow your sacrum to ground with your knee position. So maybe bring them away from you a little bit, sacrum down. And then bring your knees towards your chest and a little wide from each other. Brighten your feet. So crow pose, upside down. It's like you're in a squat. So pretend you're in a squat, flex feet, knees wide, knees bent. The arms come through the center, so the hands and feet are both activated. Lift your torso off the ground for 1, tuck your chin. Try to use your belly, not your neck. 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do one more set. Come down, relax. Feel your navel sink on your exhale. Brighten your feet. Bring your arms inside your legs. Inhale, lift up your shoulders, tuck your chin. Hug your legs into your arms a little bit. One more time. Release down. Bring your left leg out to the ground, keeping the knee bent to some degree or straightening, reaching through so the top of your foot gets a chance to lengthen. Hold your left leg with both hands. You can use the Ushas Mudra, the woven fingers, or not. Ankle pumps, left ankle. The root of the big toe is called K1, and it is where in the map of the meridians, the energy lines where the earth energy comes into the body. Sense it with your mind. Notice how it's connected, your whole foot is connected to that point. Angusta, the big toe, the root, and relax. Changing sides. One knee to chest, other leg stretching the top of the foot. Switch up the weave of the fingers. K1, root of the big toe. Move it around a little bit, draw some circles. Back and forth, notice your foot. Where we make a lot of our earth contact. And then bring the knees in, and one variant of happy baby pose is holding the roots of the big toes. Bring your hands on the inside. Just use a few of your fingers to hold that energy point. Thumbs can be on the top of the feet. Bring your knees down on either side of your torso. Some gentle and slow rocking would be fine here. Notice how we're balancing. It's like we're a turtle on our backs in this pose with our spine rounding. One more time, breathe out. Release, coming up to sitting. Speaking of turtles, can't forget turtles today. Let's have a nice calming forward fold with Karmasana, sitting up, and also a preparation that's accessible for all. Round your feet, wide legs, like crow pose, bringing the arms on the inside. So we're trying to come behind and wrap around the legs. So palms up, behind your ankles, come round, catch your feet or your shins. Let your spine round into the carapace of the turtle shell, head down. Mindful, low back. Low back lengthening shape. One more time. Staying with this variation, resetting if needed, or exploring, bringing your feet together and knees apart in turtle. If you know how to bring your arms behind you, you can do that, but I'm not leading that one today. This little turtle, sleeping turtle, rounding the back. Calm energy, steadiness, slowing down. Breathe out again. Take time with the release. Extend your spine. Flex your spine, curl, hold your shins, curl back. Another time, seated cat cow variation and release. Tuck your legs into a comfortable seat. Looking at cow face pose. So arms open, bring your right arm up and back, your left arm down and back. The left arm needs to turn the shoulder internally, so thumb goes down, facing the hand back. Bend your elbows, find the back of your body center. So you're anywhere along your spine or your head, bring your hands towards each other to any degree. Lift the plane of your face. Breathe deeply, gazing down your nose. The cow as a sacred earth symbolizing being in the culture from which yoga comes. One more time. Releasing the arms and shoulders with care. Other side, arms out. Left arm up, right arm down. And back a little bit. Right thumb goes down. Bend both elbows. Hands behind. Work them towards each other to whatever degree. They're curious about each other. No strain on the neck. Open your chest, gaze down, elbows back. And release, mindful. Finishing practice, getting comfortable on the back of your body in the symbolic pose of going back to the earth and our final going back. The reunion. Lie back, get comfortable. Give yourself any support or variations that you need. Possibly elevating the knees or the head. Bringing something on top of you for gentle weight and roundedness. Spine is centered and long. Shoulders and hips relax. Squeeze your toes and release them. Allow your breath to move freely. Nose, mouth. You might find great spaces open up in the breath in the resting phases, like you're not even breathing some of the time, but you're in a resting phase where you're not moving around and there is no great need to breathe so quickly. Lightly tone and release your pelvic floor muscles. Let them gather in and up and let them soften, asking them to release all holding. Allowing the watery nature of your body to settle like the smooth surface of a body of water. Acting as a mirror for the sky, the moon and the stars. The blue sky, the clouds, the gray sky, the rain. The bright light of the sun. All mirroring in your being. In the stillness of this shape, welcoming the vital energy to settle into your belly center. That light within that corresponds with the sun is one of our resources to settle our consciousness. Allow your heart to be open. Releasing all holding across the heart line of the body, from the hands to each other, shoulders heavy. Allowing the throat to be soft and open. The space between the eyebrows to be smooth, calm. The vibrations there. Breath focused. The brain rests on the breath. Silver bark of beech and sallow bark of yellow birch and yellow twig of willow. Stripe of green in moosewood apple. Stripe of green in moosewood maple. Color seen in leaf of apple. Bark of popple. Wood of popple, pale as moonbeam. Wood of oak for yoke and barn beam. Wood of hornbeam. Silver bark of beech and hollow stem of elder. Tall and yellow, twig of willow. River of breath. Rise. Reawaken. Opening yourself back up to movement. Meeting the present moment. Connected and peaceful. With reserves of calm energy and steadfastness. Return to your seat. Return to one of our gestures. Come back to the heart if your hands have not already found themselves at the heart in some way. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Gratitude. Thank you for joining me for this creative practice. Hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you, Blossom.
Thank you, Blossom.
You're welcome.